I've just started reading Nassim Taleb's new book, Antifragile, after his last book, Black Swan, which was one of my favorites. I love the concept he introduces, calls it antifragile, and he points out that in most modern languages, we actually don't have a word for the opposite of fragile. Fragile, we typically think of the opposite maybe as resilient or robust or something like that, but it's really not. It's neutral to shocks, not the opposite of fragile, which would be benefits from shocks, from change, from disruption in a certain way. Right? So thinking about that concept, it just as a new distinction, a new lens to look at the world, you can see it, right? You can see it, he points out your muscles, they're not just neutral to some shock. To a certain point anyway, they benefit from it. They get stronger from shocks to their system. I love that distinction when I look at Holacracy, because I think what Holacracy does is help make an organization more anti-fragile. In other words, it doesn't just make it more resilient and robust, that as well, but it allows the organization to benefit from the disruptions, the surprises, the shocks in its environment, because it can now process them in a way that it never could before. So let that be my book review and recommendation in 60 seconds for Antifragile and a connection to Holacracy.